Hello, everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle with a real treat for you. First, I have a little story, but we're going to give you the stuffed quahog recipe from Cape Cod from my crazy Nana, Helen Rooney, who used to go to Salt Pond with her clamming license, which only allowed quahogs bigger than like that. Well, in her recipe, she likes smaller quahogs because they're a little nicer. So the plan was, even if you weren't going to be digging quahogs, you have to go with her, especially if you had a very large bosom, let's say. What does that have to do with digging quahogs? You will find out soon. So Nana brought us to Salt Pond, and we all had to tromps out in the water with her while she was getting the quahogs. Now, if Nana found a little teensy one, she would pass it over to you, and you're a young kid, so you got to have a sort of bra-ish type of thing on, and you were supposed to put the small quahogs in your little top, in which case then you had a big t-shirt on top, okay? So you load up until you look down and you can tell that there's something in there. So the last one, before you can tell, goes to the other girls who are very, very young. And as soon as everybody fills up their swimsuits with their t-shirts on top, because that's the camouflage, she knew she had enough quahogs. And Nana was allowed to get one basketful, but her basketful for her permit had to be a certain size. We got a little steel or metal circle thing, and they had to not pass through the ring. If they passed through the ring, they were too small and you had to toss them back. Or in her case, give them to one of the kids. Well, there was a seashell inspector that guarded everyone, not guarded everyone, checked everyone's basket out. So the theory goes that Nana would say, start tossing water at each other, we're leaving. What? So us kids were laughing and tossing water and everything, and Nana would walk up and she would have the man start to go through her quahog bucket there, and she would yell, girls, get your towels on, stop horsing around, stop where you're getting everybody wet, go get in the car. You didn't have to pay. You had to pay for your permit, but you didn't have to pay for the quahogs. You could collect a bucket, I think, once a week or something like that. And now that naughtiness somewhere got inbred into me. I don't know how, but it did. Okay, so here's Crazy Nana's stuffed quahog recipe with free quahogs that we could have been thrown in jail for, us little kids. Can you imagine her doing that to us? Wait till I tell you the story, other stories. Okay, when you don't have a lot of money, you know how you got to figure it out. This recipe, you need to have 12 quahogs, not too big a size, a quarter a cup chopped onions, 1 to 4 ounce can of mushrooms drained and chopped up, 1/4 of a cup butter melted, 1 tablespoon flour, 1 teaspoon salt, pepper, 2 tablespoons melted butter. Now that's kept separate from the other melted butter, I guess. 1/2 cup dry breadcrumbs. Shuck the quahogs. Now, if you don't know, if you've never shucked quahogs before, there's a special knife that you do that with, and you have to wear gloves until you get the system down because it's very dangerous. You push, 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 and then all of a sudden they open up and you push that knife hard. So it's very dangerous unless you're a true Cape Codder and you know how to do that from an early age. Shuck the quahogs, chop them up, wash the shells, and cool them down. Cook, cool. It says cool. Cool mushrooms and onions until tender. Cook mushrooms and onions until tender in butter. Blend in flour and seasoning. Add chopped clams and cook until flour thickens. Stir constantly, don't stop. When Nana says stir constantly, it means do nothing else besides standing in the kitchen at the Cape Cod house with orange cabinets that she painted herself. Orange because it was the cheapest paint at the paint store on sale. We had to live with those orange kitchen cabinets decades. As far as I know, those cabinets were never painted any color until she passed away and we sold the house. Grease clam shell and fill with all your stuff. Then blend the butter, crumbs, and sprinkle over the top of those clams and bake at 400 degrees in the oven. She had to write 400 because everything else was 350. Bake in the oven at 450 about 10 minutes until they're browned. So there you have it. Nana teaching us a life of crime at a young age so that she can get her stuffed quahogs. I love you all. Don't tell the popo on me, please. We've gotten away this many years. I think after 5 years, it doesn't count. They can't come and get you. I don't know what that's called, amnesty or something, but I did help with the stuffed. I didn't help with the cooking of the stuffed quahogs because that was a sacred thing, but I helped get the quahogs. Love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I hope your Nana or your mom's still alive so you can share wonderful experiences. And now my sister's going to find out that I have the quahog recipe that I told her. I have no idea where it is. It's a very treasured recipe. I don't think she watches this. Don't tell her. Love ya. Bye.